Welcome back. All right, so let us discuss what happened while I was doing my review tonight. Calgary Flames announced they fired their coach uh, on Twitter. So does this mean that they won the game 7-3, knowing they were going to replace their coach? When did they know? I've been reading through trying to find where they knew when. Was this coming for a while? Was this decided after they lost their last game? So no matter what happened tonight, it didn't matter. I'm guessing no matter what happened tonight, it didn't matter. And it makes some sense. It makes some sense to do it now. Just like in Vancouver, there was a lot of talk about, hey, if they're going to make a move, do it now. And that's died down, I think, somewhat only because in Vancouver's case, they're too far out. Calgary's case, they're not. So if you're going to make that move, and if you think the team can still salvage the season, you have to do it now. So Geoff Ward has been fired, the second coach in a Northern Division situation to be fired in a very short period of time, showing that I think there's more pressure on the Canadian teams than there are on some of those in the States. Now, Darryl Sutter returns. So when I saw this on my phone, I thought that's weird. And yeah, this is a guy who coached the Calgary Flames to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2004. Absolutely fantastic run they had then. Um, the ending, Flames fans didn't necessarily like, but Darryl Sutter, as coach, he can be a very good coach. Long term, some of his coaching may wear on some players, but short term, he can be fantastic. He might be exactly what this team needs. I look at Matthew Tkachuk and I think, you know what, Darryl Sutter behind the bench for Tkachuk is perfect. The kind of player he had in LA. So he was a coach of the Flames from 02 to 06. He was a general manager in Calgary from 2003 to 2010. So Sutter's done both, and then he moved on to LA, and he had a lot of success in LA. A couple of Stanley Cups, won them in 2012 and 2014. And as a coach, he has a record of 635 wins, 467 losses, and 101 either ties or overtime loss points. So, good record. As a player, he played 406 games in the NHL, 161 goals, 118 assists, 279 points. So, Darryl Sutter, good player and a pretty good coach. So, at this time, the Calgary Flames find themselves 11-11-2 in the North. They're fifth. And they're 2 points behind Montreal, but Montreal's played two less games. So, Montreal has 2 games in hand. They're 4 points behind the Oilers. The Oilers, however, have played one more game, so the Flames have 1 game in hand on the Oilers. So if they're going to make a move, they have to do it now because it feels like they've been trending in the wrong direction. They've been treading water, and eventually either Edmonton or Montreal are going to pull away from them, maybe both, and then you're in trouble. So this is a division where Ottawa and Vancouver look like they're pretty much out of it. Calgary does not. They're close. And I'm sure Brad Treliving, looking at some inconsistent results from both Montreal and Edmonton, said, all right, this is the time to pull the trigger, and this is our guy. So I would imagine Darryl Sutter, at the very least, sticks around for the rest of this season. He may very well have wanted some kind of assurance beyond this season as well. He's a good coach. He is. He's a good coach. And I think it's a good move. Ward leaves the Flames with a record of 35-26-5. He was a good coach for them coming into a rough situation with Bill Peters being summarily dismissed. But, Ward, decent record. They got past Winnipeg, and then they lost against Dallas in the playoffs. And, yeah, and then 11-11-2 this year being added to that record. So we'll see if this turns the Flames around. So if you're a Flames fan right now seeing this move, do you say this can save the season? Or does it look desperate? Like, again, because it's an old voice coming back into the room. So this could be huge. It may not move the needle. I'm going to be really interested to see what happens because I like Darryl Sutter as a coach. I think any of the Sutters make half-decent coaches. And I'm kind of surprised there aren't more Sutters that are in the NHL. But again, for people who complain that there's recycling too much when it comes to coaches and GMs, this hiring won't necessarily change that. But there's a need right now to turn this around, and I think looking to somebody who's got NHL experience makes the most sense. So let me know what you think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Don't hit the bell. because I may upload something in the middle of the night when you don't want to get woke up. But, if you want to ring the beak, you can. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for all your support. And I think now the news is done for today. There'll be a lot of news of the day on the board for tomorrow morning. But I didn't feel like I should I thought about putting other things in this video, and I thought, no, this needs to be a video all in and of itself, because Calgary changing coaches is major news. And again, there's 2 out of 7 coaches that have been changed in Canada, and there may be a couple of others who might feel a little bit hot under the collar right now. But we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.